What you mad about, GGB? They just loading us. They are loading us up to get out of here. They ain't hurting us. They ain't hurting us. She feels the truck moving because the forklift's in and out loading us up over here in oh no, that ain't what she's looking at. I thought that's what she was looking at. Look, way over yonder, across the road, there's a fella walking his dog. That's what she sees. I was wondering. But the truck started moving and she started growling. I thought she was worried about us. She ain't worried about us. She's worried about them. Hey, you leave that man alone. He just trying to walk his puppy. He probably likes her. Just like I love you. GGB. GGB. I love you. I love you, big girl. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. She's a good co-driver. So yeah, we're getting loaded up. Kalamazoo called them. They said come on in early, and then I'll load you up. So it's 10:30 in the morning here. We weren't even due here till 11. We got here around 10, and they started loading me up. So that's a good deal. That means we can get on the road, get on down the road, get some miles today. Headed down to Lamar's, Iowa. Looks like I'm gonna get a chance to check out that truck museum because I'm gonna go right back by there on the way to the house. So if y'all want to check that out, stay tuned. I ain't never been in the museum, so it'll be brand new for all of us, right? So that'll be cool. Hey, another thing, tell everybody to go to YouTube and look up Jason Day 1976. Like and subscribe it. I know I said I wasn't gonna ask, but I busted 100 followers last night, and I'm like, woo! I feel like I should give something away. I feel like I should do a giveaway, and I ain't got nothing to give away, right? So I think I'll give away my old trucker oven. That thing's 20 years old. I need a new one anyway. I was going to chunk it in the trash, but it still works. The gasket's a little loose on it, but hey, it works. So hey, I tell you what. If I get to 110 followers, I'm going to give away a 20-year-old little trucker oven. 12 volt. You can plug that thing in your car and cook dinner on the way to the beach or whatever, on the way to work. So, yeah, I think that'll be funny. I'm going to give away used stuff. So, yeah, I think that's a good idea. 110 followers. I need 10 more. 10 of you people know somebody that ought to be liking and subscribing. If you don't, get out in the world and meet 10 people and make them do it. All right, we're going to check out this museum here in a couple hours. Soon as I don't want to hurry them up because I'm already early, but I wish they'd hurry up. I'm ready to hit the road. Come on, I done had 2 cups of coffee. I'm all jazzed up. I'm all jacked up on coffee. Ready to roll. Jujubee then went to the potty. She's ready. She's good for a good 4 or 5 hours before she got to take a break. She'll just lay over there and be herself. Jujubee, is today going to be a good day? Today going to be a good day? I think today going to be a good day. She don't want to look at the camera. It's going to be a good day, y'all. So stay tuned. It's like a muskrat or something, y'all. We ain't got those in Texas. What is that, GGB? You don't even know. You don't even know what that is. Well, look up there. The sun's trying to come out. Now that we're over in Illinois, passed through Indiana, now we're in Illinois. Next stop, Iowa. I gotta make a retraction. Earlier, I said I was, I was in Kalamazoo, Michigan. That's where I picked up this load at. And I had made a statement about their governor being old Tampon Tim. And I was wrong. I get my Yankee states mixed up, especially when they start with the same letter. So he's the governor of Minnesota. And if you don't know why they call him Tampon Tim, this crazy nut was trying to enforce that all schools had to put tampon dispensers in the boys' restrooms. So anyway, yeah, I was in the wrong, in my mind, I was in the wrong state. So, Michigan, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to put that on you. Like Ricky Bobby, don't put that on me. I wasn't trying to put that on you. Y'all might be alright. Still too far north, but I hear you got some big deer. So, I'm from Texas, man. Cut me some slack. We stopped at a rest area here and gonna get Jujubee out. Let her use the pop. Yeah, she looks interested in that idea. So, alright. So, we're not too far. A couple more hours, we're gonna check out that museum. The Trucker Museum. Alright, I just wanted to make that correction. Tampon Tim is the governor of Minnesota. Alright. Sorry about that, Michigan. Alright, we made it to the Iowa 80 Trucking Museum. I gotta see if they have a restroom. Alright, well they did have clean restrooms. And they're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. Open till 5 the rest of the week. It's free, but they take donations. So, let's see what we got here. A Federal Diesel, 1951. Top speed of 50 miles an hour. '03 Eldridge had a 2-cylinder opposed piston engine. Like a BMW motorcycle. Look at them old wooden batteries. Chain drive, that's pretty cool. And then you got all your old pumps. Some people drive all over the country just to buy these pumps and refurbish them. That's a pretty cool one there. That looks like a drilling rig truck. It's got some kind of bit on the back. Happy 100 years of trucking. This is a 1926 model B2. Alright, so they drilled holes with this thing for electrical poles. Got a hand crank starter on it. See? Oh, Elon Musk wasn't the first one with an electric. Look at that. 1911 Walker Electric Model 43. Had a 3.5 horsepower, 84 volt DC electric motor. Went 15 miles an hour. Could carry over 6,000 pounds. Saw the history on that machine. Man, look at the toys. That's pretty cool. And how many kids left something like that out in the dirt? Got buried. It's all rusted away now. Man, I like that old cab over. A trucking company pin collection. If you wanted to go through them all, push that button and look at all of them. That's pretty cool. And that's just in the foyer. Look at this place, man. Good Lord. Look at that old Wells Fargo armored truck. $19.10 Avery tractor gasoline farm wagon. Man, look at that. That's neat. Now this one right here, I ain't a Chevy man, but I'd drive that today. 58 Chevy Apache. Your old fire truck. Look at this 79 Jeep. Man, that's pretty. The Golden Eagle in mint condition. Man, I'd take that right there over any RV. That's a Ranger, baby. That's a Ford Ranger. And look at that. Had a built-in generator for the RV in it. That's a 68 Ford F-250. Pretty. International. I know I'm moving through pretty quick. You could spend all day in here if you stopped, looked at everything. They just ask that you don't touch it. Just don't touch them. Just enjoy them. I'll tell you, as a trucker, I do. Uh-oh, I'm from Cleveland. That has an Iowa plate, but that says Cleveland Police Department. Look at that. CPD. That is a 1933 paddy wagon. Now this is pretty cool. It's a Ford snowmobile. What? It's got tracks on the back, skis on the front. 1930 Ford Model A snowmobile. That's crazy. But I guess in the wintertime in this part of the country, you might need something like that. Look at that cab over, son. That ain't 4 foot deep. Some kind of cattle hauler. Model TT, the 1-ton. 1919. Of course, I don't even know why I'm repeating what the sign says. You can probably see that. A Diamond T. Never heard of it. 1948 is pretty. Whoever Diamond T was. Look at that wooden cab on the International, man. That's awesome. Lantern lights up on the cab. 1921 Harvester model. Even the police had a car in there. Look at that. 1939 International armored truck. Brockway 2.5 ton. A lot of these I ain't even never heard of. Another one of them hand cranks. That's cool. The radiator's part of the body, so it's right out there and open. I like it. Yeah, International been doing it for a long time. Another Brockway. Pretty. You know, if a trucking company would, or a truck manufacturer would come out with a truck modeled after something like that, they'd sell out quick. I know Peterbilt tries to make something that looks old school, but nothing like that. Old sheller. I don't know what he was shelling. Corn sheller. Even the old Macs look pretty cool. I ain't a Mac guy, but I'd drive the heck out of that on a Sunday afternoon. Oh, GM, General Motors. Look at the trailer. Old livestock trailer on that thing. That's nice. Diamond T, 1959. You know, back before regulation, you hear old stories about the old timers driving trucks like that. And they didn't really worry about how long you've been driving. And they'd smoke a cigarette and then let that cigarette burn down between their fingers, so when it burned them, it kept them awake. That's crazy. They had a schedule to meet and they had to make it, or they'd find somebody that would. So some regulations, I guess, are a good thing, keeping us safe out there. Now, believe it or not, that right there, 96 Freightliner, is the first truck I ever drove. When I went to Snyder truck driving school in '99, that's what they had. Freightliner cab over. So a 96, a 3-year-old truck, that's what they give you back then. Of course, mine was fluorescent orange for Snyder, but that was it. That almost makes me feel old. My first truck's in a museum. Man, I ain't even look. Ain't even about halfway done. That's some kind of supercharged truck right there. Look at that exhaust coming out, splitting in 3 pipes. That's some kind of drag racing truck. Top speed 150 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. Some old radiators. Old Conway. That's the old Ford 9000 right there. They got all these trucks, and that ain't to mention all the old signs and stuff they got back there. Quite a collection. Never heard of that. A Harvey. Got a bird radiator cap, and it had lantern lighting. Pretty cool. The old snowplow. That is an old looking Mack. It's a 1930, but it looks like something out of Mad Max or something. What in the world is that? A McDonald. Look at the bed. I don't know exactly what he was hauling. With a stagecoach seating. All wood. There you go, an old concrete mixer. Probably the oldest one I've ever seen in my life. A 42 Mack FJ. It's another one of them electric vehicles. This is a 1918 electric truck. Did 20 miles an hour with that thing. .1930 Ford. I love the old Fords. I love the new Fords. I'm a Ford guy. See, this one says the last ride in honor of Dave and Earl Lance, future home, Iowa 80 Trucking Museum. The last ride, I think that last time I heard that mentioned, that means somebody, an old trucker, actually had his casket put on this thing and took him to his final resting place. International, that's got a long nose on it, special edition. Another International flatbed. A super white Mustang. Even got old Dodge in the game. Old Dodge dump truck look like. A 1918 Independent. Another one I've never heard of, but it sure is pretty. Miss Aline, a 1969 Peterbilt 359. Man, I'd still drive that. That thing right there would be rolling still, I'm telling you. That's pretty. A 56 Peterbilt. Now I'm a big old boy. Can you imagine how tight the little sleeper on that thing is? You're talking about a coffin sleeper. I couldn't even turn over in there, much less I could jujube would have no chance of riding with me. The Big Brute 10-ton GMC. There's a Fagall. Never heard of a Fagall. But there it is. Hand cranking on, if you was wondering. A VIM 1913 half-ton delivery truck. Man, that's cool. Could you imagine the times when something like that was roaming the streets of the big cities delivering stuff? That would have been cool. I say it would have been cool, but without modern conveniences, probably not. Just nostalgic. Makes you want to think it would have been cool, but probably not. Yo, Kenworth. '38 great race truck. Got up to 70 miles an hour in 1938. '54 Kenworth. I ain't gonna walk around all these cases, but somebody even collected the toys. The little one. That's nice. GMC General. Somebody has tied some money up in here, I'm telling you. Paint jobs alone. Polish. There's your old Texaco gas station set up. '20s and '30s service station set up, it says. And they got a '32 Chevrolet Master Wrecker. Little tire machines. My buddy JC will get a kick out of that. He owns a tire shop in Cleveland. Little hand crank tire machine. Packard. I'm digging the color scheme on that. Green, my favorite color. And that green and black looks good together. I probably wouldn't fit behind the wheel of that thing. Bunch of little fellas back yonder in the 20s. I got a Honda Ruckus that'll do faster than 28 miles an hour. The Rambler in green and black. Another International. If you don't think International been around a while, that's a 1919 International Harvester 1 ton. Somebody got a collection, don't they?
Beautiful collection.
It's great, man.
It's really great. It's also Unimog from Europe.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Where are you from?
Poland.
Poland?
Poland.
Okay. All right.
Tomorrow I come back.
Well, I knew you weren't from Texas with the accent.
No, with my bad English, no way.
Nah.
I appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Good. Fellow from Poland in here checking out some trucks. He said he was appreciative that they even had some trucks that they used overseas. Let's go see what the last aisle has to offer. And like I said, I'm moving quick through here. Just doing my 30-minute break. Well, it's been 30 minutes already, but just doing a break. I ain't staying the night. We're gonna get on down the road. We got 5.5 hours to my stop, and they'll take it early. And I got 5.5 hours to drive. I may not make it all the way there, depending on traffic and whatnot, but I'm gonna be dang close to get it in the morning, 24 hours early. And they got another load ready for me if I want it by 9 o'clock in the morning. Headed down to Georgia. 1925 Kenworth. So Kenworth been around just as long as International, look like. Ford AA 2.5 ton. Had a heck of a load on that 2.5 ton, I'm telling you. That looks like a concrete mixer. Or a mixer of some kind. It has a barrel with a gear on the back of it. A little hand crank generator over there that run that barrel. So yeah, gotta be a concrete mixer. I can't think of anything else you can mix up, dump out of a truck. REO Speedwagon. Now, I had no idea that the band got their name from a truck manufactured in 1929. The Ransom Eli Olds founded the REO Motor Company in 1904 after leaving Olds Motor Works. The REO Speedwagon. That's funny. Another old Ford corn sheller. The Autocar. Autocar still makes tractors. They're mainly used for super, super heavy moving, moving million-pound stuff. Not fast and not far. That's pretty cool. There's another Diamond RO Apollo named Aline. Look at the size of that air box on that. That's crazy. There's that old Cummins. You cannot beat a Cummins, in my opinion. I don't like Dodge, but that's one thing they got right. Their 3500s are equipped with the Cummins. Studebaker. Didn't know they made a truck, but there it is. And they ain't the only one they made. That's pretty cool. Studebaker M16 with the fifth wheel hookup on the back. That's nice. Look at that old sleeper on the back of that thing. You know that was hot in the summertime? Open that little window and you ain't got no breeze. You in trouble, son. Big as I am, the police would have had a problem when they pulled up too, because I'd have had to grease up and get naked to get up in there, so I'd have had some trouble. 46 Bumblebee stock trailer. And look at that little sleeper built out of a box on the top. Are you crazy? Old coal truck. I didn't notice that old cab over there. It's got the sleeper on top of it. Uh-oh, there's a DOTO scale truck right there to vehicle scale test unit. There's your heavy wrecker. If one of your old rigs broke down, they use that boom right there. Got a 9-part cable in it. They're doing some lifting. John Deere. Sterling White, 51 Sterling White. Another auto car. Old Diamond T, that's pretty. Had the Cummins 855 Big Cam. United Van Lines, they are still around. Here's a 66 auto car by Edgecomb steel. I mean, that thing is solid steel, polished out. There's your 28 gram screen side. That way your passengers get some air. I'm impressed with the truck that pulled it, but look at that old Caterpillar, whatever, track monster. The old Caterpillar crawler. Oh, the old Coca-Cola delivery truck, look. They even got the bottles in the wooden cases. That's about it on the trucks, man. That was a lot. I'm gonna make a donation to them just 'cause that was cool. Put it in the donation box. They got a little gift shop, which I ain't buying nothing, but I will drop $1 or $2 in the donation, 'cause that was cool for them to do that for free. Pretty awesome. Well, that was the Iowa 80, largest truck stop in the world, Trucker Museum. So, yeah, drive on up here and check that out. Next time I'm in this area and can stop for a while, I'm gonna look at it a little closer. That was a quick walk through. We got 5.5 hours to our stop and 5.5 hours on our clock. So if somebody hits their brakes in front of me, I ain't gonna make it. But I am gonna get in as close as I can to get this load off in the morning and catch that new load going to Georgia. Come on. So dinner night's gonna be simple. My mother-in-law, Jim Lee, thank you, Jim Lee, sent some leftovers that she had froze up for me. So since I'm gonna put a full day in, I ain't gonna feel like cooking probably at the end of it anyway. I'm gonna eat that, and I'll show that to y'all here in a little bit. Sun up to sundown. I like that my view out of my office window changes every minute. I'll put in about another 2.5 hours. We'll be within an hour of our stop. We got just enough minute for minute time to get there, so one red light will put me illegal. I ain't gonna do it, so we'll stop an hour out, 45 minutes out from stop in the morning and call it a night, make dinner, call it a night. Get this load in there in the morning. We'll still be 24 hours ahead of schedule, so we're good. Well, that's the end of the day. That is the end of the day. It is storming out there. A little front coming through, apparently, because it went from 70 degrees to it is now 32 degrees. It's still rain, hasn't turned to snow yet, but I'm anxious to see what it looks like in the morning. Did you be? What you think? You like the rain? No. No, you don't like the rain, do you? I know you don't. She hates the rain. Even at home, if it's drizzling, she won't go out. She'll hold it. She ain't doesn't get in it. She don't like it. Which is funny, because if you take her to the lake or the river, first thing she does is ride off in it. But if it's coming out of the sky, she don't want nothing to do with it. Well, I got my stroganoff in the microwave, getting heated up, and it might sound like a funny combination, but I feel like some corn. Every now and then I just feel like some corn. I feel like some corn. And I know that stroganoff's going to be good because my mother-in-law made it. Now, I can't say for sure that she thought of me when she put the leftovers up and froze them. I do appreciate it. But I kind of got the feeling that she made too much and she froze it, and then just like the old days, I eat the leftovers. I go over there and she feed me the leftovers. So, because I don't think my father-in-law, I don't think Henry likes leftovers. But that's all right. I do. Grew up on them. Come on. So leftovers ain't nothing but better the second time around. So I'm gonna get this warmed up, and I know I don't have to add nothing to them. It's gonna be good, but I may put some hot sauce. I'm partial to pepper. May put some hot sauce up in there. Other than that, though, corn, maybe a slice of bread. Depending on how cold it gets, I may have a cup of hot chocolate or something. Watch a movie. Well, that's it, y'all. It's ready to try. That's good. Thank you, Jim Lee. God bless this food and the hands that made it. In Jesus' name, amen. That's good, if nothing else, for the simple fact that beef is high right now, man. You try to buy some beef, and they say it's only going to get worse. Right? We got a shortage of cattle for some reason. I don't understand it, but we do. And that's a process too, because a cow has a long gestation. Then you gotta raise it up about 18 months before it's ready to slaughter. So it could be a couple years before we get beef back to where a regular working man can get some. All right. Ginger beef. I'll probably have some juice to put down there on your kibble, make it good for you. She ain't paying attention to me. She just wants to stay out of the rain. All right, well, we're about an hour from our delivery in the morning. We're gonna get it delivered up and grab another one, headed to Georgia. Every time I think of Georgia, I think of Foghorn Leghorn. I don't know why, but I do. Maybe he was from Georgia. He had that accent. All right, guys. God bless y'all. Have a good day. It's been a long one.